win. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Lining up for the extra point.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Philip Lindsey on the carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Block with a quick throw out to Judy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
5 yards, a good run there. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 30 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off forces.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got him. No, 56. Mike's 56. Rip left. 56.
To throw again on second down. Lock. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
A jump ball. Akello Witherspoon on the cover.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
A quick throw outside by Locke. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
Another run by Lindsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jamar Taylor there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
The 40-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time we spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
It's Sylvester Williams there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Brought down by Bryce Callahan.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or is that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete here. Garoppolo. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Garoppolo again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo, a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Clock will try again on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Levante Bellamy taking it in. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime. Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all. Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Garoppolo to throw. And incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. Got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, but now it'll be 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts
23 yards.
as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. No, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with time running out. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Niners 28, Broncos 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They run it with McKinnon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Tua. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Tua going to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards.
8-yard line.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in with Howard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Broncos 0. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
You know they pay me extra.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown,
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. He'll find Lindsey here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw on third down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And the Broncos first.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Nothing.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Locke now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
taken down.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
On the play.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On second down, Tua. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency break.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Block now to throw.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Christian Wilkins on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
Noah Fant. Touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Broncos push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 46 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua fighting Devontae Parker for the touchdown there.
And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
To return it, here's Deontay Spencer.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Jones brought him down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Denver.
Here's Locke. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Locke with a quick throw out to Judy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Locke throwing complete here to Judy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. It to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Able to push his way through. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He's got a first down of inside at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Second and 10. Now Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. On the return is Spencer. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Back to throw. Locke. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now Locke. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score...
Now a hit and a loose football.
That's what it is, baby. That's
and
what it is.
he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching up. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And off we go from Denver. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Block working out of the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On second and goal, Locke, the quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And 3.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Block again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
At his 48-yard line.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.